That would help me out a lot.
But you can start practicing.
I do need to stay and start practicing.
Whoa!
So, what's up everyone? My name is Spector and I am here at MFF with
Paco! Hello! Hello!
Paco.
Yes! We are at MFF! You! Yes! Yes, I'm a panda. Well, no, wait, no. I'm a superhero. I'm supposed to be Super Panda. But
Panda.
I was supposed to be undercover, so...
Oh.
Not anymore. Now everybody knows that I'm Paco. Yeah,
It's
I'm
fine.
Paco, yes.
It's Paco.
Yeah.
Anyway, Paco, take and tell us a little bit about yourself.
About myself.
Yes.
Well, I'm a panda. I'm from Mexico. I live in Guadalajara. I don't know if you are familiar with that city, but it's the second biggest city in Mexico. Also, it is where the Kung Fu happens. It's the largest Hispanic furry convention.
Oh, wow.
Yes. What else? I'm a professional panda. I'm a fursuit. Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm a professional panda. I'm an artist. Yes, that's me. Yeah.
It's basically Paco in a nutshell.
Yeah.
All right. So, Paco, I actually have a really big question, and that's going to be kind of the thing I want this video to be about is, what is the fandom like in another country? And you are from Mexico, so
Yes.
what is the fandom like down there in Mexico?
Well, of course, it depends. The countries. The fandom is going to be very different from country to country. It is very different than here. It is a very new community. I mean, because when conventions were already happening here in the States, we were having just small meetings.
Right.
I'm talking about 2008.
Okay.
But until 2012, we started having fursuiters.
Okay.
The first 3 fursuiters that we ever had in Mexico was until 2012. So back then, Anthrocon was already the biggest convention in the world.
Right,
And
it basically still is.
yes, but it was not until 2017 that first convention started happening in Mexico. But they were very local, that only people from Mexico were traveling,
Okay.
Especially to Guadalajara, to have really big meetings. So our first real big meeting was in 2017. We were 180 people.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the next year we have our very first furry convention that it was Kung Fu.
Okay.
And that one, we had 500 attendees.
That's pretty good for like just the first con just starting up, especially in another country where the fandom just isn't nearly as pronounced as some places, the US or the UK or Europe in general.
Yes, it is, because I think people in Mexico were really wanting to have a convention. Probably,
Yeah.
we were already so many furries in Mexico, but they were not all interested in traveling for attending a meeting.
Right.
They were wanting to have finally a furry convention to start finally traveling to another state. And it was funny that our very first furry convention that we had, there are people from all over the world that they were very curious about what is an event, what is a big event in Mexico, and it was very good. We had people from United States, Canada, all over South America, even from Europe. We have someone from UK, from Spain, from France. It was kind of weird, but it was very interesting because even furries from other countries were very interested in our culture. Like,
Yeah.
Like the same that you are asking me, like what exactly is the furry community in Mexico? And they say they could see that Mexicans are big party people.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
My kind of people.
yes, but in a very different way than in United States. I cannot describe it very well because personally I'm not a big party person.
Okay. I mean, if you have food someplace around me, it's already a party. So,
Oh, yes.
Especially
Yes, exactly.
Mexican food, because I really like Mexican food.
Oh yes.
So what does the local population kind of, how do they view the fandom in general, especially since it's not as pronounced down there? How do the locals take and kind of see it? And if you ever take and like go around in your own suit, like
In the
public
street
places,
and,
yeah.
and parks. Well, the fandom is not that known yet in public population in Mexico.
Right.
So people really get curious about what is happening in there. Why there are so many giant animals running around? They think that this is very funny that we do it for money. So they want to take pictures with us and they try to pay for that.
Okay.
And it's like, no, we are doing this for fun, and
Yeah,
they cannot believe it.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen anybody take and actually be like, yeah, I'll take $10 for a fursuit picture. That's pretty crazy. But I'm honestly really glad that the locals kind of take it very well. Like, I mean, I know that it's not going to be like, super known or anything, but at least in kind of a street performance
Yes.
sense, it does. A lot of locals definitely appreciate that, I'd say, because I do know that in Mexico there's a lot of street performers down there that do a lot of music and things like that.
Yes.
So that's always fun to take and see. So the entertainment aspect is definitely a lot more prominent in it from where you're from.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, totally. Yes. You see so many people, so many musicians, so many people doing. How do you say this? When
The
you
drum.
No, when you have three balls and you are doing.
Oh, the con thing, where they take and have 3 bowls and they'd be like, take and choose a bowl and here's a coin, and if you choose the right one with the coin.
No, I forgot this word in English. For example, in the circus that you.
Oh, juggling.
Juggling. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
That makes more sense. I was about to say.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
see
okay.
so many people juggling in the streets, and they all do it for money.
Right.
So when people see us like running around and like giant animals and playing together and doing a lot of shenanigans around, they think that we are doing it as well, like them.
Okay.
And even some, we have been stopped by police officers like, oh no,
Oh.
you cannot be doing this here. Why? Because you cannot be charging for money here in this area. It's like, we are not doing it for money. Yes,
we're not doing it for money.
Just for fun. So that they still don't understand what is happening in there. So for Mexican population, this is completely new.
Right.
And it is even not that well known or furry conventions that are happening in the public view. So we haven't been in the news yet.
Right.
So there is no media covering our events yet because they haven't known about that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what is going to happen when they know. Oh no.
And you only have like one convention down there, one large convention in the grand sense of it being in Mexico anyway.
Yeah, we have 3 conventions right
3
now
of them,
happening.
okay.
That is Furcan in Puebla, Mexico. It's very close to Mexico City.
Okay.
Furnexión in Monterrey, Nuevo León. And Guadalajara, the Confuro in Guadalajara, that is the biggest in the Hispanic community.
Okay. Definitely a thing on my bucket list is to go to cons from all over the world. Like I want to go to Japan and go to one because I know there's one in Japan.
Yes.
I would love to go to one in Australia. Mexico is definitely on the bucket list. So I'm hoping that if I ever get the chance to go down to Mexico and go to a con, I want to take and meet you there.
Yeah, an advantage that we have in Confuror is like a bilingual convention. So we try that every main event and every instruction, everything is going to be in English and Spanish.
Okay, that's cool. So that'll make it a lot easier for me who doesn't really know any bit of Spanish.
Yep.
So you know, that would help me out a lot.
But you can start practicing.
I do need a second start practicing.
Whoa!
Oh,
Well, and that's it! Yay! Oh,
there we go.
I see what is it.
There we go.
Yes.
We had a small blackout.
Yes, yes. Probably you don't know, but we found an empty room at MFF. That's why it is very quiet.
Yes,
Yes.
we commandeered a con panel room that's not being occupied at the moment, so, you know.
Yeah, because outside there is a really big crowd of people and there's a lot of noise, so it was kind of difficult to find some place like this.
Yeah. So, how would you kind of contrast the difference between the cons that you've been versus the kind of the events and cons that happen down in Mexico?
Well, people in Mexico are still not very used to how we should act in a furry convention, and they get scared very easily. Like when things that are very normal here in conventions in Mexico happen.
Right.
There. Like people getting crazy, and they start talking a lot about that point. When here at MFF, all the people is very crazy.
Okay. Yeah, it can get wild at MFF. There's at this particular MFF in general, we've had a lot of parties shut down, so that was
yes.
fun. Having the police here basically every hour, that was great.
Yes, it is it's like a tradition to see an ambulance or a police just in front of the hotel. Something that it is also very different in a convention in Mexico is that people takes really serious so many aspects. It's like every panel is going to be full.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I can
like
definitely see that.
People really wants to go to attend panels.
Okay,
Like there is something very different here for example, at MFF that we are more than 12,000 people here.
Yeah.
And you attend a panel and one panel can have like 10, 15 people.
Yeah.
Even if we are so many here at this convention. But in Confuror that right now, well, the last convention that we had, there were 1,800 people.
okay, that's not bad.
And every single panel was completely full.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's really good for the panels. Taking one of the things I always take and say is that if you're new to FurCons, take and go to panels.
Yes.
Just go to panels. Don't. I know it kind of sucks to take and kind of plan around inside of a con, but you know, if you don't know what you're doing, just go to panels. And that's probably one of the best ways to start.
And there are also some activities that people really takes very, very seriously. Like they really want to be part of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like here in conventions in the States or even in Europe, there is an average that an activity is going to, for an activity, people is going to participate around the 10% of the attendees of the convention.
Okay.
But for example, at Confuror we have an activity about stickers collection.
Okay.
Everyone was really wanting to participate in it. And we just had printed like around 500 stickers of
Okay.
each. So there was not enough quantity for them. Because I thought that also the 10% of the convention was wanting to participate in it. But oh no, everyone really wants to get involved. Yeah.
That's actually really nice. I like the aspect of like the entire con just getting involved in something.
Oh yes.
Because I mean, at MFF and AnthroCon, two huge, massive cons. Like we said, I think we had like 12, almost 13,000 people this year or something like that. Not everybody's going to participate in everything, and that's understandable.
Oh yes.
So it's hard to get an organized event with 12,000 furries in general, just anybody really together.
I can imagine if people, attendees at MFF wanted to participate in every activity, there would be not a space enough for that. It's like, wow, that would be really crazy. Like, imagine that 80% of the attendees wanted to go to one panel. That would be impossible.
That would be impossible.
Yeah.
So, Paco, is there anything that you would like to see improve in not just necessarily Mexico, but just about really any country when it comes to the fandom that's not really, in the U.S. or in the U.K. or in Europe or anything like that? What would you take and want to improve for Mexico furry community, as well as maybe take and spread that to other communities in, countries where the furry fandom isn't huge?
I would love to see that every attendee were like very open-minded. They are aware of the big work that all the staff is doing for the convention. Because I've seen that many people in every country is always trying to complain about what the convention is doing for them.
Yeah.
Like if the convention owes them something.
Yeah, and you got to remember, people. A lot of the people who are doing this thing is like volunteer work. So.
Oh yes.
They're not getting paid for it. Don't get mad at con staff. They're already overworked. Well, pretty much overworked as it is with 12,000 people.
They're really trying their best always. So yeah. All the staff and all the volunteers are working for the love of the fandom. So many people are trying to like complain about things that the convention cannot give them, or that the convention, like they think that conventions are the final word of how the community should be. But no, the community is a big diversity of so many thoughts, so many kind of likes, and I don't know. We are the furry fandom, but there are many roots for what a furry is, what a furry is interested in. So
yeah.
We have many type of people, and we should be okay with that. We should be very open-minded.
Right. And many people come from many different walks of life, and
yes,
they didn't take and grow up the way you did. They didn't grow up the way you did. Sometimes they just take and do some things a bit differently, and the best thing we can do is really just accept a lot of that stuff. Of course, there's some things that I would definitely say aren't acceptable in some cases, but for the general part, I do agree we need to take and see each other's differences and just come together as one.
Of course, yes.
So, Paco, before we take and end this video, I was wondering if you could take and say something in Mexican for us.
In Mexican?
Yes. Can you say Happy Fursuit Friday?
Feliz Viernes de Fursuits! Whee! Así?
Ah. So, what are some other quick phrases from in Mexican for the fandom that you kind of use? I'm curious.
Well, we call furros to the furries.
Okay.
So, un saludo para todos los furros que nos están viendo. ¡Mua! Like that.
Oh, okay. So that was Paco. That was his take on the furry fandom from a different country. Someplace that isn't the US, someplace that isn't Europe, the places that the fandom tends to take and congregate the most.
Yep.
And it's definitely interesting hearing the perspective of another furry from a different country, especially one like Mexico, where the fandom just isn't super popular and really not well known.
Well, now it is getting very popular because we've seen a really high growth of furries in Mexico. I think it was after Zootopia and then the pandemic.
Oh yeah, Zootopia,
and all the free time and then visitors. Yeah. So we have been really high growth in Mexico. I remember when in 2008 that I joined the fandom. I knew every furry in my city. Like there was not a single furry that I didn't know. Even I remember knowing every panda in the world.
every panda in the world.
Yeah, because we are not many pandas. But now I see the community in Mexico, and wow, I barely know people. I can attend an event, and I know like only the 1% of the attendees of an event in there. So yes,
Right.
it has been growing a really lot.
Well, that's good. I'm definitely glad to take and do this video with you. I'm glad you got to take and
Thank you for inviting me.
get your word out about it too. But everyone, we will take and see you all in the next one. This has been Paco, and we're out. Wow. Hey everyone, thank you all for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you would like, maybe take and check out some of my other videos on my channel. And if you like those, maybe take and give them subscribe as well. That would be much appreciated. And I have all of my socials and my Twitch linked down below in the description, and it would be much appreciated if you would take and go give those a look at as well. Thank you all so much, and we will see you in the next video.